Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to this brand new video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made 89k USD cash collected in the last fucking 30 days at 19 years old. I'm actually 20. I turned 20 like 1.5 weeks ago, but nobody cares. 19 sounds cooler, so I just use 19. But besides that, guys, like, oh my God, I just thinking about it. It's fucking crazy, right? 83k euros at like 20 years old. It's just fucking crazy. It's just a different kind of number than like 10, 20k. You know, very recent I was making like whatever 20, 30, 40k is nice, but like getting above that 50k per month is like, it's just a different realization. It's so much fucking money. It's like a in the Netherlands, it's like a double whatever. It's like a 2-year salary that I make in a month though. Like, it's fucking crazy, right? And the opportunity that you get, the network that you create, right? The respect that you get from people. It's fucking crazy. And today I'm gonna talk about how I was able to do that, the exact structure on how you can do it for yourself, because it is important. Like, you know, 83k is like a lot of money. Just made a video about how I made 46k USD in 13 days. And basically right here, I'm gonna show you exactly how I made 83k in a month, right? So basically, the thing that I want you to understand is that in September 2022, I made $1,400. I made $1,400. I made around 1,200 euros, right? That is nothing, right? At least like for an 18-year-old, what is it, 19-year-old? It's not that bad, to be honest with you, but at least in the Netherlands here. But besides that, like, it's not a lot of money. You cannot do anything with it, right? What happened as well in 2021 in April, I put a lot of money in crypto. I put 9k was almost all of my money in crypto, and I lost it all within 2 days. And that made me realize I need to work a year for this, because then I was even earning less than 1,000 a month. I need to work a year for this to make this money back. I'm so grateful that that happened. If that never happened, I would never probably be here, or at least I would be here, but it would be in a later position. So I lost that 9k. I was broke. I was completely broke. I had no money. All the money that I saved up, all the money that I worked for was fucking completely gone, right? Was completely gone. And that was very sad. And I realized, yo, I just need to switch this up, right? I started working as a growth specialist, and through that process, I ultimately started my own business in January, right? February, actually. And right now we hit 89k USD cash collected, right? Like a half year later. It's fucking crazy, right? My goal was 100k by the end of the year. In January 2023, I did my first travel with a couple boys, Jordan and Eric. They're amazing guys. I like them. We really had a great time there. We were talking about, oh, if I would ever make 100k per month, or even 50k, I'm so grateful. And like we said it, but we know it was like very delusional, you know? It was a very delusional goal. It was not really realistic, but ultimately it seems like that it's possible, right? And right now my mind opened itself so much in terms of like expecting goals, and like the goals that I'm able to hit and the things that I'm thinking about is like fucking crazy. The goals that I have right now are completely different than the goals that I had a year ago, or at least a half year ago in January, right? But same as like, I never ever expected that 100k in a year was possible, right? Maybe even 100k in 5 years. That would be fucking amazing. I hit it in a half year. It's fucking crazy, or at least like 89k, whatever. You know, we'll be hitting 100k soon. So like that is fucking insane, right? I go to Dubai the 17th of September in a week. I think in a week. Let me check. Like it's in 7 days I go to Dubai for 2 weeks, because I'm gonna do my company registration. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna do all the last tax to be able to confirm that my company can be set up there, because in the Netherlands you pay a lot of tax. So yeah, that would be sick. I love to go there. I like to go there. I don't know. It's not really my country. I think it's not really my place, but whatever. We'll see. It could be cool. I never been there, so I cannot judge about it. I cannot judge on it. So we'll see how that happens, right? The next goal is 200k a month, 10 clients, 10k, boom. That's it. 100k cash collected through that process, taking equity in the companies. 100k cash collected through the equity model, right? That's 200k. And, yeah, like, I don't know, since I hit 100k a month, you start thinking differently about business, right? You start thinking differently, because like the thing that I want you to understand that I'm not going to talk about in this video, I'm not going to give you the exact lead generation process that you need. I'm kind of, I would not say I'm done with that shit. It's just that it is not what skills you. I've been lied to, right? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to scale to 100k per month, but it's completely something different than what you would expect, right? What you normally hear from the market. Because I'm going to be completely honest to you about like the things that I share, and what I realize is that being honest and sharing all the valuable things that actually matter, that actually scaled me, is the most important thing, right? Because I'm going to talk about it in this video, exactly what I did, how I did it, and how I was capable of doing this, as well as how you can do this for yourself, right? It's very late here, so I'm a bit tired. That's why I'm talking pretty slow, but hopefully you can keep up with it. So what I said, very important takeaways are that like the main takeaways that you need in order for you to scale is that your offer and messaging, the people that you speak to, is more important than you think, right? Why do you think Alex Ramosi is a very popular character within this space? It's because he provides the value for free. He's good at speaking to the specific person, to the right people, and he has an amazing offer. He shares it all for free, and he has a very high ticket offer, right? For his business, where he helps people scale from 3 million to like 100 million. Right? So basically the thing that I want you to understand is that I changed my, like the thing that generated me the 89K collected compared to, for example, 30K is basically my offer and my messaging. It had nothing to do with lead generation, right? Because I did the exact same process 2 months ago. So what I changed within my structure was the messaging. I started speaking to a specific person within my niche. It's very boring to hear this, but it's true. The reason why you're not at 100K per month is because you always keep finding that appointment setting strategy, that ad strategy that's going to scale you, but it's completely not true. It has nothing to do with it, right? So your offer, if you have an unbeatable offer within the market, and if you have the right messaging, you have the right market approach, you speak to a specific person that can benefit from your solution, that can solve that problem for the prospect, you're there. People will pay you 10K, right? It's not about which lead generation process you use or anything like that. And that is what you need to understand, right? The second thing, charge extremely high ticket that people start thinking you're fucking crazy. What made me help that 89K is charging high ticket. Do you think I'm going to get there with a 3K offer? I probably could if I sell like, if I sell like 30 offers. Would I do that? No, fuck no. I want to work with the best clients in the market, right? Start charging higher ticket. People will value you more, right? I'm going to be talking about respect in a bit because that's probably the most important thing that allowed me to scale, right? The lead generation process is important. I'm running ads. I create a sick ROAS. I do outbound. I can have a 50% closing rate. It doesn't matter what I do. I will make sales anyway. Like, it doesn't matter what, bro, I can do cold calling, probably I will make money. I'll make money with everything because it's not about the lead generation process. It's about the converting process. People fall in love with me when they watch 3 of my YouTube videos. They know they're going to become a client, right? I speak with so much confidence. I show so much evidence, and I build a business that I can actually be proud of. And only because of that reason, people are willing to pay me money, because of the way I act, the way I speak, the evidence I show, and the way I operate in the market. It's not about the lead generation process. Keep that in mind, guys. Like, the reason why you're stuck right now at 10, 20, 30K, or even whatever you're starting, it's not about the lead generation process. It's about the way you act in the market. Think about it. Visualize it right now, right? The way I'm operating here. The reason why you're watching after 8 minutes is because you know I'm operating in a different way. You know that the things that I share are extremely valuable and are things that you can benefit from. Otherwise, you would not be here. Otherwise, I would be wasting your time, right? I'm probably not. Otherwise, you would already be gone. So keep that in mind, okay? It's very important. The last thing is basically give the market what they want. Provide them with the solution they need. I realized I started giving the market what they want to hear. So like, people within my niche want to hear the word appointments. So how stupid am I if I'm going to talk a lot about my offer? I did hear, and I lost a lot of people probably. Whatever. I'm saying it because it's important though. But besides that, I'm like, this kind of different video. I'm just being completely real here. I'm not talking about a strategy. I'm just talking about the real process and operation of how I was capable to getting at this point. It does not mean the lead generation processes are not important. It's just that was not the specific thing that allowed me to scale, if I'm going to be completely honest, right? I know a lot of people want to hear that. What is the new appointment setting strategy that you used? Nothing. It was the same. It was, I'm operating in a different way that I did 2 months ago. And that is why I succeeded, right? So what I mean by that is give the market what they want to hear. Keep this in mind. If you give people what they want, you get what you want. So they're going to buy your program. If you give them what they want in the back end, it's never going to work out, because the reason why people pay you is because they pay you for your thinking process. So when you're going to give the people what they want in the back end, it's never going to work out, because you do things based on their thinking process. It's never going to work out. You need to give them what they need in the back end based on your thinking process, because they need to listen to you. Because what did they pay you money for? They paid you money to listen to you. They didn't pay you money to do to follow their own ego. So give the people what they want, close them on that, and give them the solution that they need, right? Keep in mind that you're thinking like, okay, but wait, that's not fair. No, that's completely fair. I'll tell you why. Because you're going to make sales by giving people what they want. And you can give them that thing, right, that you told them to give. But if it's not going to work out, what are you going to do then? You need to specifically look at the client of what that specific client needs. And when you give that person what it needs, it's going to succeed. Why do you think my clients get good results? It's because I can give them what they need in order to scale, and every single individual needs a different thing. So keep in mind that it's extremely important to be able to give a person what they need, right? And that only counts for the backend, because if you will give them what they need, if you're gonna talk about it, talk to a person, you're gonna say, yeah, you need to scale your offer. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares, right? Give them what they want and provide them with the solution that they need. And then you build an amazing business. Then you get the best client results, right? So the second thing, probably the most important topic of today, respect is the opposite and it opens doors, right? What I realized is the last month I got respected way more within the market. Respect in our market in general, in the online market, is it's very hard to be respected, right? Because in this market, there's so many fluff, right? It's extremely hard to be respected in the market. So if you can, if you put yourself in a position where you're capable of being respected, where people respect you, you're very valuable, and you're the opposite to what all the other people are, right? And that opens doors, because evidence is what scales. I started showing my Stripe. I started showing all the things that I do. I shared all the value for free. I give you all the market secrets. And that is why people listen to me, because they see that the evidence that I show them is true. They see that the things that I do is true. They see that my clients are getting insane results, right? And that's the beauty about that entire process. So evidence is what scales. Value is what converts. The reason why you're still watching, as I said in another time, is because I provide you value, and that is what converts, right? I don't need a lot of calls. I had less than 25 calls the last 30 days. I closed 89K cash collected, right? So the beauty about that process is that it's all about the value that you provide and the way you operate within the market. That is very important, right? Don't undervalue yourself. Have standards. I'm not undervaluing myself anymore. It's done, right? You either pay 10K for a program, 6K split, or you're not going to join. That's it. You know what I mean? You need to have it's not that we don't do split payment or payment, how to say that, payment options. It's that you need to have a pretty good reason to be able to get on that payment plan. Right? You need to come up with a pretty good reason in order for you to pay in payment plans, right? If you don't have a good reason, you're not going to join. It's that simple, right? I'm not going to offer you payment plans. You need to have a pretty good reason outlined of why you want to have a payment plan, right? If you cannot afford that, then we're not a good fit. It's that simple. Don't undervalue yourself for quick cash. Keep that in fucking mind. Keep that in mind, okay? Only take on clients that you want to work with, because keep in mind, when you think somebody's going to become a bad client, it never turns into a good client. It is always a bad client. When you think somebody's going to become a good client, it can turn into a bad client, right? A bad client, when you think somebody's a bad client, it never turns into a good one. When you think somebody's a good client, it can turn into a bad one, right? So it doesn't make any sense to work with somebody that you don't want to work with, because it's never going to turn into a good client if the feeling is not good. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you get that money and knowing that you cannot fulfill that person? It doesn't make any sense, right? Don't undervalue yourself. Have standards. Up your prices. Know your worth, right? Respect yourself. Respect the market, and people will respect you. It's that simple. Be unique. Operate differently. Approach the market differently, right? I'm talking to my prospects in a different way than most people do, and that's why people respect me, right? I operate differently than most whatever people in the market do. Right? I've never heard that people see me as a guru, that people see me as a certain type of person mainly, right? I hope and I see right now that people see me as a value provider, and that is what I want, because I want people to succeed without even paying me. Because the only reason why people will pay me 10 grand or whatever, 5 grand, whatever they pay me, is because I have provided them value earlier on. Right? So approach the market differently than most people do. You see, if you think about my brand, you think about a business that operates in a different way than most businesses do. And that's a very important process, right? Because that is the reason why I'm capable of succeeding, why I'm capable of making almost 100K a month at 19 years old, 19, whatever, 20. So yeah, that's like the power of that, right? The breakdown, 83K, right? Euros. This is actually euros, whatever. Nobody gives a fuck, whatever. 78K out, 78% was outbound, 14% was inbound, 8% was ads. If I'm gonna launch ads right now, I can easily scale to 200K per month next month, easy. The reason why I don't gonna do that, I'm probably gonna run ads, we'll see, but it's mainly that I don't want to acquire more clients. What I said here, I want to scale existing clients because that is what creates leverage. I can create leverage, but the point is that when I can create leverage in both models, but when I acquire more clients, the success rate is going to be lower, right? And with the equity model, the success rate is going to be higher and the leverage is the same. So that is the process. 50% closing rate on outbound, 187x ROAS on ads, easy, right? The reason why it's so easy is because it's not about the lead generation process. It's because I'm good at converting. I'm good at positioning myself right to be able to convert every single person that watches my content on a point, right? 92.5% profit margin because I pay 7% to my setters and 0.5% to software. More than 90% profit margin. That's fucking crazy. You cannot name a single business that gets more than 90% profit margin. Not a single business, right? Call me one, DM me the business that you know. And I'm talking about online businesses making 100K per month, right? The insights are that I work with best clients that succeed easily because I choose to. I choose to work with the best clients, right? I work with clients that pay in full because I respect myself. I don't undervalue myself, right? What I also realized, I was a big fan of I was a big fan of volume in the earlier days, right? I said volume, you need to do volume negates luck. It's important to do volume to be able to attract more and more people. It's not. I changed in that process, right? Volume is less important, quality is more important. We don't get a lot of attention, right? But we make 5 times more money than a couple months ago. Why? Because the quality is good. The quality is amazing, right? Speak right, attract right. If you speak about the right things, you attract the right people, right? I speak about the right things in my content, the way I operate everywhere. And that is what allows me to attract the right people because I don't have a lot of people knowing about me, right? I think I wouldn't say I'm famous in the market, right? But like some people know me. I'm not like, I'm kind of in the middle, you know? I'll be famous very soon. Don't worry about it. But you know what I mean? Like speak about the right things, attract the right clients, easy fulfillment. Very important thing, right? When you work with the right clients, it's easier to fulfill. And when you build yourself an easy fulfillment, when you give your clients the task or when you do the tasks that makes your clients money, you create yourself an easy fulfillment. Don't do things that doesn't matter, okay? That kind of was the video, right? That was it. I'm just here chilling. It's like 9 p.m. I'm fucking tired, so I'm going to bed soon. But no, it was an amazing day. Like I just enjoyed today a little bit. It was Sunday, went for a walk, did some nice stuff. Keep in mind that it's not all about money though. Although I'm talking a lot about making 90K, I know it's a lot of money. I know I'm in a position, I'm probably not in a position where I can say that, but still it's not all about the money. Like 6 months ago when I was broke, whatever, 12 months ago when I was broke, I felt the same. It's just that money gives you more opportunities to be able to do different things, but like the actual happiness it's bullshit. It's not true. I can tell you that's not true. Like it's cool, you know, it gives you dopamine, it gives you opportunities, but making it like doesn't make you happy. Absolutely not, right? But it gives you the opportunity to grow though. That is what I like, right? I'm optimizing for growth in my life. I have a mission to grow. And that is what makes me kind of happy. Like happy is a weird word, but that is what gives me peace. And that is what I'm striving for, if that makes sense, right? If you want our help implementing all these systems for you to scale to 100K per month plus, we'll have the best systems in the market. You don't have to worry about that. The best lead generation process, we implement you for lead generation process. We do your offer refinement, content asset building. We implement the systems and infrastructure. We implement all the labor, growth specialists, operational managers, closers, right? As well as client success managers to be able for you to scale past 100K per month, right? If you're already doing 100K per month, hit me up as well. We have a lot of clients, or we have a couple clients making more than 100K. So if you want to do that, shoot me a message as well. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see how we can scale it to 300K per month. And yeah, guys, like I appreciate your time. Leave a comment of what you thought about this video, right? Give it a like and follow me on Instagram. Very important. Okay. I appreciate your time and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao, ciao.